to Knoxville, don't be late. Baker's Live, it's gonna be great. June 5th and 6th, mark your date at Dollywood, we'll celebrate. Meet Baker and more cool friends. Live show magic that never ends. Come to Dollywood, feel the vibe. With great people there, it's gonna be a ride. Rides, fun, and meet and greet. Baker and pals, the crew's so sweet. Get ready for laughs, cheers, and thrills. Knoxville's the place, it's giving chills. Meet Baker and more cool friends. Live show magic that never ends. Come to Dollywood, feel the vibe. With great people there, it's gonna be a ride. June 5th and 6th, don't miss the fun. Meet Baker and friends, it's second to none. Baker and friends, it's second to
Hey everyone, and welcome to a nothing stream. So I really don't have anything. I spent all after. Well, I did the Eduardo Garcia video. Got angry about that. Then I went on the Twitch sweat. Got angry about that. So I thought I can just go live and get angry at chat. It rhymes. So yes, this hat seems appropriate for my Twitter fights because someone called me a grifter and a tuber. I'm not a tuber. I am a wine mom true crimer. Maybe I should. Maybe it's because I got to bed so late last night and I was up at 6:30 and I had a good workout at the gym today. My overhead press is getting better. It's been one of my weak sources. 50 kilos. Daddy got them shoulders. No, and someone. It's all about. I know I shouldn't care, but I get really mad because there's so much. Maybe it's because I don't understand the YouTube game. I should grift more and think less. Because when I see stuff and people are jumping into a rabbit hole, I think, oh, let me just look up, is it true? And then I find out it's not true, and then people tell me, well, it might not be true, but it sounds interesting. Yeah, it sounds interesting if I won $1 million, but it's still not true. I don't understand this make-believe thing. No, I can do both. I can be mad at chat and with chat. Hey, Gillet. Teresa Dixmeyer. Why do I feel you are strong but 5'6"? Because my camera angle is weird. I believe I'm 5'10". I'm the same height as Valhalla, just 3 times as big. And he claims he's 6 foot. So I'm 6 foot, fat, and I'm okay strong. I'm not as strong as I've actually been hitting a groove the last 2 weeks. I haven't been doing great since I was in Knoxville last year. Nothing has really clicked, and I've had tons of injuries. But I'm getting back at it. I can. I'm getting back at. I can hammer curl 30 kilos again in each hand, so that's like 66 pounds in each hand, and my overhead press is 100 pounds now. I had my best leg day yesterday, no, the day before, and that had been really bad because I got some injuries in my thighs and stuff like that. But I hit 700 pounds again on leg press, so I'm getting back there. It's not where I was once. Still have my max at 1100, but 700 is okay, and 1100, that's half a car. So it's it's okay for an old man with a bad back to do those numbers. But I am somewhere between 5'10" and 6 foot. Grift certificates. Yeah, I should sell grift certificate. The only thing you should do is think. The only thinking you should do is about more grifting, better grifting, more value for your grifting. Grift certificates. Maybe I should sell grift certificates so you can be a grifter just like me. Someone called me a grifter and said, "Bro, I sell grifter merch on my website. I am a grifter." It's because I said that I don't grift to the short bus people like Plevin. Because everyone on YouTube is a grifter. You're grifting for your views, your likes. Yes, we don't mind if you send us a super chat. I just out of principle never really beg for it because I know times are tough for some people, and it shouldn't feel like you need to pay me to be here. I love the community, and I could have been playing Tropico 6 instead of going live, but I thought, no, I'm gonna do an hour because we just came out of a trial, and it's been a crazy week. Everyone is going crazy over the Karen Reed stuff, and I thought, we need just a little 1 hour stream where we're just putting our shoulders down, putting the grift hat on, and just relax. See what chat has to talk about that, and just enjoy ourselves. Because sometimes we are a true crime community, even though apparently true crime is also something we can't call ourselves because that's only blue-haired ladies who drink box wine. But we do cover true crimes, and I cover all kinds of crimes. But sometimes you just need to relax a little bit and just hang out and have fun, talk a bit about something else. And I thought, now I'm going to do that instead of playing computer. Yeah, I'm a WWG. Don't be like Jamie. Hey, Adair. Yeah, it's always my stories is always, and snow was higher back in the day. I always tell my kids when I walk to school, we couldn't bike to school because we didn't have tires on our bikes. Tires wasn't invented when I was young, but we still had a bike and we had to carry it to school, and snow was up to here. Hey, Chris Mullen. But no, so sometimes we need a little calm down, get the drama out the system, just relax, man, hang out, talk about whatever we want to talk about. It's Friday. It's almost weekend. I'm looking forward to if I can get out of bed, being on the experts tonight, and then tomorrow, if Julie can get out of her bed, have her on for a stabby day. And how are you all doing? What do you think about the trial yesterday? I've been thinking about it. Legally, it was correct. Morally, nah, it's that that gray area where you maybe you could see why he did it. I don't know. I never had school canceled because of snow. And the blizzard of '78, I think our big blizzard back then was January or February '79. My dad, he worked. The company was called Falcon. Falcon. That's our fire department, EMT, ambulance service. So they were driving around in armored personnel carriers because everything was just snowed in. It was feet of snow. And my mom was at the hospital with my sister at the time. My sister can't have been 4 or 5 months old or something like that. And the only way he had to go visit her was when they had been out collecting someone, gone back to the hospital. He could then go up and just say hi, because there was no way he could drive his own car out there. So that was a pretty big winter. But I remember, even though I'm only 27 years old, I remember the ice winters in the mid '80s, because, as you know, Denmark is a lot of islands, and the strait we have over to Sweden iced over, so you can walk on it and stuff like that. And whenever that ice over, we become a little cautious because we don't know when the Swedes are going to try again. They've tried that tactics before, but I remember that back in the '80s that we had like 4 or 5 winters where we had icebreaker ships sailing around to open up the sailing routes because everything was just closed. It was so cold. That was just I haven't had that in the last 20 years. Yes. Oh my! If you didn't, if you didn't watch Turtle Boy last night, or haven't been at Turtle Boy's website today, when this stream is over, please go check it out. Paul O'Keefe did what a lot of men do online. They believe the hype is real. They believe that, well, I am actually Casanova. So I don't know if he got catfished or the lady kind of wanted to do something, but he got into a little thing with a lady on text, and Aiden have that, and Aiden have now made that public. I thought it was a nice touch, the topless picture he sent him. For a man his age, he's not that fat. He's taking care of himself. Funny when his sister-in-law is Megabeth, but yeah, guys, just between us, keep the ladies out of this. If you get a little bit of fame and the ladies start sniffing around and saying, "Hey, do you know it's actually moist o'clock every time I see your baby blues?" Watch out, because you could end up on a website where a award-winning journalist exposes your text where you say, "I hate kids. I wish we could meet and we could pretend we're Tennessee cousins." I never heard that phrase before, but and when she says, "Well, we could just hang out," and he said, "No, I couldn't leave your thighs alone if I was next to you. I want to cover you with like a glazed donut." So, guys, if any lady starts doing stuff like that, don't believe them. Take it easy. You never do it on text, especially when you're married. Of course, on this channel, we do not condone stepping out on your wife. But if you want to have a little with some online lady you met, don't do it on text. If you're doing it on text, they can send it to someone after. And back to normally ordered programming, because we, of course, do not condone anything like that. And all of my nude pics, I cover my face. How many years will Zach actually do? Well, I don't know. What the hell? My phone is going off like I'm popular. I don't care about that one. I don't care about that one. And I don't care about that one. Stop making noise. I can understand his reasoning, but he decided to be God, jury, judge, and executioner. The victim deserved a day in court also. Yes, the sister shouldn't have her day in court. She should have her day in purgatory. Hey, Plolas. How you doing? Dad was an oil delivery man, delivering home heating oil because people were run out, dragging a heavy hose over huge. Yeah, it was crazy back then. You missed all of the smacks thing? Don't do it, guys. I don't remember either that the schools would have been closed because of snow. The public transfer may have problems, but even that's no excuse to stay home. My boss says, tough luck, get to work. Medita, maybe it's because we live where we live, where snow is a part of life. And especially you, who lives up where you claim Santa Claus lives. We all know he's in Greenland. That's why Trump wants it. Y'all, please never send nudes, men or women. Internet is forever. Yes. And all the ones that he promises you he'll never show to anyone, he have shown them to everyone. We had 73 centimeters of snow in one day. I'm glad I'm living in the hot part of Scandinavia. Yeah, as I put on Twitter today, who has more game? Is it, Brian Higgins? Is it, I'm sending you a topless picture? Because women really like to see, well, he's not fat, but he's a middle-aged man topless. Or is it Yuri Bikahi, I stuff a sock in my pants? Could we agree? And I'm going to make, when I become Lord of the Universe, skinny jeans will mandatory send you to prison for 5 years. Especially if you're a police officer and you show up in skinny jeans to arrest a 80-pound woman, and you're standing there half-mast. Come on now. What the heck is wrong in Massachusetts? What wrong? They act like they're fraternity guys who's 18 years old. Also alarming were the implications. He was drunk when he testified. I mean, well, I don't. No, they don't swear that they are not under the influence. That's not part of it. So you could be under the influence, and it's only if the judge have a suspicion that they can ask about it. I'm not sure. Hey, owner. What trial is next? We need a new trial. Cool it. We just got off of one. The next thing I have lined up is the experts tonight, Stabby Day tomorrow, Karen Reed hearing Tuesday. We are always looking for a trial. So Jamie might find something. You can go, if you're on the Discord and you find something that's interesting, please something that's televised, because people send me suggestions that I should look into this and that case. But if it's in Podunk, Wisconsin, and it hasn't been televised, I have a really hard time covering it. So I do have in my Discord a suggestion thread where you can write in and say, hey, did you see that Courtney Clenny is going to trial next week? I will look at it. If I have nothing else, I don't find anything else, I'll look and say, oh, someone has Florida 10 on their TV and they have a case. It doesn't have to be Smart TV. It doesn't have to be Lawn and Crim. Wherever you can find it, I'll cover most stuff. Please don't ask me to cover kid cases. I'm really not fond of doing it. talk about kid cases. Hey, T-Rex. You shouldn't be bored, you should be anxious, but we are crossing our fingers and hoping the best. Hey, Helen from Holland, and Reby. Carol from Cape Cod. Do you have a lot of cod up there? Is it spelled that way? Someone made fun of my spelling. I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic. English is my third language. Yes, I make mistakes. I bet they all had to sober up for just one day when they testified. According to the text, he sent this online biddy he hooked up with. Well, he never even hooked up with her, but he fell in love with her, just like a 80-year-old woman who gets contacted by that captain from a Maersk freighter. He had been drinking till 4 a.m. You are such a good example to your kids. Tuesday Bev is back for See You Next Tuesday hearing. Yeah. The Robert Brooks case. When's what? I'll write it on my. I'll write it on my pad. I'll try and look up and see what it is. If it looks like it's gonna be televised, we might. Depends on what it's about, because again, please no more kid cases. Can we just have? And I know it wasn't a kid case per se, the one we just covered, but can we just have someone who drunkenly pew-pewed their lover in the face or something like that? I don't want. It's. I can make fun of that. I couldn't really make fun of the last case. Hey, Nina Canadian. Well, you're welcome to do that. It was the selfie mirror pic too, and that's too funny for me. C-Swept inverted it. I loved she did that. No one ever looks for a good civil suit case. I bet it would be interesting, tired of the unalignment trials. I have actually done civil suit cases on this channel. It's just hard because civil suits don't get televised. I have covered part of the lively Baldoni, but that has taken a PR hell life of its own. And to me, it seems like it's a whole bunch of See You Next Tuesdays who attack each other. And I think, and I know a lot of people are hating on Blake Lively, and I don't think she comes out smelling like roses, but there's so much PR. The second I started looking at it, I got so many messages about, well, did you know this? Did you know that? Did you know this? So maybe it's because PR firms are involved in it, but it seems like some people might also have spent a lot of money to go online and try and sway the public opinion, because I got, well, Blake did this, Baldoni did this, Ryan did that, and maybe it's my Danishness that makes me think, oh, I don't want to touch it. Numbers are great in it. I should be a better grifter and just jump on it, but yeah, it's just and it's just a ton of reading all the time, and I hate these entitled people. So, oh, it's a New York case. Yeah, then I won't be covering it because there will be no cameras in court. The squeaky guy was talking about a huge Salvadorian who's dismembered an Uberman. Think it was Florida. Oh, haven't seen that. It just becomes too much because everyone is covering it, because it's both a criminal case and it's pop culture. So, and again, I'm a bad grifter. I should just jump on the grift train and cover it. Siren, C-Swept, she's out frolicking, I think. 13 more days till I get to try Yorkshire pudding. What's Yorkshire pudding? Is it just a pudding, or is it one of those weird things where British people call stuff things it's not? People want it to be the new dip. We heard it's annoying. Yeah, and people I like are covering it, and well, she's the new herd, but I don't think he's that much of a good guy either. And I think reality will be somewhere in between, and that's why I don't know. I've been looking at it. I've been reading the updates, and I'm just like, these people and all of this PR. There's so much fake outrage on social media when these people get involved. It's the same. They try to. I think Tay don't mention this to Valhalla. Tay got mentioned, and then the Tay came in, or whatever they call themselves, the Swifties, and they are like Plevin and his hangarounds. They are. Don't mention anything about Tay. And I'm like, what did Tay do? Other than make a ton of bad breakup songs. From what I've seen, she definitely made a lot up, but it's pretty annoying. Yeah, and she changed her story, and now she's suing the PR firm, and she's suing God and everyone. Let's wait. If it's televised, we can jump on it back then. No, and I think the reason that I got tired of it was because everyone jumped into AHJD mode instantly. Because yes, we are all gonna go to hedonism too and ruin our lives after this one. We're gonna make bank. There's just not much in it so far. It's just a heck of a lot of reading about he said, she said, and but some cases are like that. And again, it's easy content. It's hey, I cover a shit ton of Karen Reed without anything really happening in that case. Yorkshire pudding is cool, good with gravy. Then it's not pudding. Ugh. But is it a savory or sweet dish? It's puffed bread made with egg batter. They're delish. I'm still because pudding in Denmark is it it's kind of it wiggles like Jello, but it's made with vanilla flavor or chocolate flavor. It's a pudding. Yeah, and again because it gets all this heavy play, it's kind of like um, there's a lot of cases out there that's interesting, and some of my great friends cover, and I just can't get into it because every time I open my YouTube, someone is covering it. Because again, the numbers are there. You should be where the numbers are if you want to grow, if you want to do the YouTube thing. But I like the way the expert is covering the motions in the hail stuff because he's the expert. There's more squirrels on his channel than in a forest, and he just covers it. It's not all the side stuff, and it's kind of like that case has also just gone on for so long, and I don't find it that interesting. It's a neighbor quarrel, and yes, they have a shitty lawyer attached to it, and that makes it fun because he's an idiot who sends letters to Shizzy, but I just don't. I don't find it. Oh, no, I don't find it that interesting. Where the hell did that go? Hello. I just need something new. Diddy's lawyer quit. Oh yeah, there's also a ton of stuff in the Diddy case, but that kind of fell off the front page when the Baldoni stuff came in. But that, what's his name, Boss something, who's suing everyone and then retracting the suits, and that's a whole lot. I should try and do an update on that. If no cases come up Monday, I should ask something. Yeah, the only one who really covered it before it became a thing was Tuck. He had been on it for years, at least 1 year before that. He covered it when it was in England, and I think that's why that was so great watching him and Rackets covering it because he had all the knowledge about it. That's kind of like me. I reached out to a few people about getting into the Coburger, but the Coburger stuff is also so crazy. But I need someone who can take me by the hand and talk me through it because I get angry when I read it because it seems so weird. It's not what we think of as putting flour, eggs, milk, and usually some beef fat. That's weird. Max Martin made bad breakup songs. Tay Tay just did the singing part. Yeah. Well, it's not like Britney Spears wrote a lot of her songs. Hey, Blublazy. Yeah, you like that, Squabby. What did I drop? I dropped. I was fit because I don't have my monitors in because I don't need to listen to chord. So I was just fiddling with the little plastic dimmy. So I took the stress ball instead. And hey, Wallstrom, haven't seen you in a while. I hope you and the lady is doing fine. You avoid Coburger like the plague. Now, I think it's an interesting case because we're talking so much about bad judging in the Karen Reed case. I can see a lot of things that again, looking from the outside, not going in deep and haven't followed it. I see a lot of stuff that seems, why are there all these rules that they can't share this and they can't talk about that, and half of it won't be televised. It's kind of like the Delphi case all over again. And I always get the ick when judges protect too much. It make me think something's fishy. Yeah, Chuck, and I hope he's doing fine. I heard he was I believe it was this morning or yesterday morning. I saw on Twit that he was back at the hospital with a little potential heart scare. So let's all hope that he's gone through a heck of a lot, and I really love that him and Megan has that corroboration they have. They are really good together. Who dropped the soap in the shower? Volstorm? Is that why he's been away? Hey, MG. Happy Friday. I got my grifter game hat on. Yeah, because someone called me a grifter online. That trial is going to be like 3 months. Yeah, it's probably going to be that, and I'm not going to cover it, but I just wanted to, because there's so much weird stuff going on in the case. And that's why I thought it could be interesting just to have someone on who's been into it. I've talked to Julia Law on it. I just haven't done more about it. So I might try and find a day and just talk about it. I'm not going to go cover it. I'm not going to go all gongs. I have the Can Read case. That's enough. 2 years of case in my head. And I'm not like Bev that forgives what happened at the last motion hearing. Have I considered co-hosting a trial with another creator that might have followed it in detail? I normally pick up trials as they come. Um, I'm always open for co-hosting. It's I would love if people would reach out to me and say, "Hey, you want to do something?" It's always me reaching out to them, reaching you, reaching me. Oh, 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 sweet YouTube friends. Bow, bow, bow. Reach out to me and co-host a trial. And boom, boom. When we began, ooh, covering this murder, boo, we were co-hosting on YouTube. I'm an idiot. I I've covered some cases with co-host. Mo have been one of my co-hosts. MG have been on. We didn't really co-host. He was just very gracious with his time and jumped on. I did it with Dave. I've done it with Valhalla for the Karen Reed case. Shizzy has been on. So I'm open to whatever if people want to do something, and it fits into our schedule. The problem is YouTubers are kind of like headless chicken. All of us, I think, to be a well, I wouldn't call myself halfway decent, but all the halfway decent YouTubers I watch and I enjoy. I think we have to have some kind of ADHD or whatever. Even though I don't believe in all of these modern diagnoses that everyone gets these days, but we need to have some deficit problems because we have to have so many things running at the same time and keep a conversation going while you're thinking about this and you're checking up on your Discord because Jemima is constantly sending you all the things that happening that you can't see on screen. So we are really good at controlling chaos. The problem is when we turn all of this off, we'll say, "Okay, I'll do that," and then 5 days later, someone will ask us, "How about that?" "Oh, I forgot." So it's a little hard sometimes to rally YouTubers. Sentencing was yesterday. We stayed up till 2 a.m. and saw him get sentenced to 2 times life plus 5 years. Hey, Pimpinella. Yeah, motion to suppress DNA on the sheet was turned down. I did get enough sleep. I had a nap and everything. You did. I lost my brain just as you came in. No, I didn't say that, Celestial Force. I'm not putting that one up. Is Brandy covering? Are you talking about Brandy Churchwell? I haven't seen if she's going to cover the Cobra. I've seen her talk about it. She has a new podcast out today. As always, if you want the receipts, go check out Brandy. She has all the receipts for the hearing the other day. But I haven't heard. I've heard her talk about Koberger, but I don't know if she's going to go deep on Koberger. What she does takes a lot of time. I get by. I have a brain that retains information, so I can just sit and pretend I know stuff, and I have good people who do some research for me. But she really digs in deep, reads a lot of stuff. That's why she is the best podcaster on the Karen Reed case. So I don't know if she has the time to get into another big case. It's just it's so impressive what she does. It's amazing. I couldn't do it. I don't. I'm not good at what do you say? Processing data. I'll get it in. I'll put it together in my head, but I can't sit and read like they do and do timelines and stuff like that. Absolutely not my thing. Well, it was a weird case. It was the Twisty Turny case. Vote the Goat is a tie right now between Pippa and Yord. So go vote. Oh, yeah. Danny T had a baby and she's trying to figure out what to call it. Should it be called Pippa or Yord? Go into the Discord and vote. Burkhardt is well into co-worker and I believe will be attending the trial. She live in Washington, so it's fairly close to her. Yes, and again, Burkhardt is amazing. She's wonderful. Again, I'm not even subpar, but I know great streamers, so it's those you should follow those cases with because they've been on it for so long. Hey, Direxy. Yeah, and she's just great. Everyone should go follow that. No, it's not. I know right now everyone. Yeah, let's do it. That's why I got mad on Twitch today. I did a video on it yesterday. People need to calm down. People need to stop chasing all the shadows. I saw this. They were summoned to federal court, and someone read a piece of paper just around the same time Bev lost her mind. Doesn't mean anything. We saw Bev yesterday. The reason Bev lost her mind was because Hank Brennan lied to her. She believed him, thought because Bev doesn't know what the trial is about, she forgets everything she's ruled on. So Bev, because she hates the defense and wants to hurt them as much as possible, lost her mind and flipped. Then Hank Brennan went up, corrected the record because someone must have told him that he lied to the court. That's why he made his timeline. I wonder who wrote that one piece of legal pad that he only brought the last time, because he didn't bring his folder that he slammed into the podium. That's why Bev changed her tune and didn't sound as angry. Bev clearly stated that she wanted the information from the feds that he had gotten pertaining to the lies. And instantly everyone started thinking, it couldn't be that. It couldn't be that easy. Bev couldn't be that easy to rattle. There must be a big conspiracy. Check for black helicopters in the night and feds lurking in the bushes. It's nothing. The man everyone claimed was an FBI agent who was in the back of the room was just working for the court. Why someone went to another building, I think someone already debunked it and say, that's nothing. Again, why shouldn't a court officer go to another court building? Maybe they needed staff. I think, and I've said this the last 2 days, we on the side that believe Karen Read is innocent need to stop chasing all of these stories. If you go back 3 months, the Karen Read side of the case was tearing each other to pieces because someone, no one mentioned, no one claimed they had special insight from the feds, from Karen herself, and put it out there. And because people really want to be first instead of being right, everyone started attacking each other and say, well, I know that Karen have said that, and Aiden is or Mike is or LTL is or the Glarer is and why don't you report this story because it's confirmed? And as I always say, if it hasn't been filed in court or mentioned in open court, it ain't real. 3 months ago, the Free Karen Read movement got split in two because a guy started going for the easy grift, making up stories. And I'm not saying people are making up stories. This time I'm just thinking people can't understand that Bev would be that much of an emotional wreck that she would do what she did. But there's no other explanation. I saw an explanation today that I don't know the person that originally wrote it, but people start sharing it, and now it makes sense, because they believed, and this has to do with the people being summoned as well, and it should be because Bev held a position as an administrative justice at the Superior Court, and because she is a superior justice, she doesn't have the immunity every other judge have. So, if something bad happened in the case while she was an administrative justice, Bev could be in trouble. Bev could be the next one going down because she doesn't have the same immunity she has as a bench judge. That's why Bev made all of this hullabaloo, because someone alerted her that they had gotten into it, and now, as they say, the immunity that is experienced by judges for their actions in court is not extended to the administrative activity of the role that she was in for the oversight of the entire Superior Court at the time Karen's trial. What that means is that if there was any inappropriate, illegal, or corrupt activities in the section of the jury pool, the selection of the jury pool, the selection of the personnel who oversaw Karen's jury, all the actions of the people who oversaw the supervision of Karen's jury, Judge Canone would be both personal and legally responsible. What you likely saw, based on her reactions when she returned to court, was a visual reaction to coming to terms with the fact that she is no longer shielded from prosecution, and that she could face corrupting charges along with Michael Morrissey, the state involved in the Reed and Birchmore cases. And I can't see it. 100 apologists will step in to try and find a way to ensure that you see the facts otherwise. But folks, these are the facts. No, actually, that's not the facts. Judge Bev, as a judge of the court, even though she's filling in for an administrative role, has exactly the same immunity attached to her. If anything illegal happens, and we're talking about illegal stuff, someone is planted in the jury pool, someone was influencing the jury, anything illegal, then she's just as liable as always. Nothing special. Just because she has an administrative duty for X amount of months or years, it doesn't mean that she is not covered by the same things. And just because she's doing administrative work, she's still the judge of the case. So again, there's nothing in it. People will sell you all the snake oil and tell you they have special insights. I have no insights. That's why I stick by filings in the court. It's hecka boring. I am a boring, red-pilling, grumpy grandpa. It doesn't grift as well as telling you that, just wait, tomorrow you will see. And when you don't see tomorrow, I'll tell you, well, I didn't say it would happen today. I told you it'll happen tomorrow. And I can string you along, get a few dollars out of you, get a few clicks out of you, get everyone else online to believe in it. But reality is, what I just read to you is fiction. But it's been spread, and it has, at this point, it was copied. It had 247 likes on Facebook, 141 comments. In reality, you could just search for judicial immunity and find out it's bogus. But people will put it in there, I have special insights, and people will think, yeah, because could it really be that she was just an overly emotional windbag who yelled at the defense because she have hated them for 2 years? No, it couldn't be. Something must be up. No, she believed Brennan, which she shouldn't do because it's a lie. That took longer than it should. Bev just need to hit up the Red Lobster, get some unlimited bread and clam burgers doused, and smother it with white wine sauce, and she'll be fine. Hey, you can't make law without the claw. That's the only true statement I've ever heard about Beverly Cannoni. Maybe she was shaking because they were out of White Claws when she was outside. But sadly, this is the No Fun channel. Nothing big happened. Bev was just an idiot. And you'll see Tuesday. It's just because she totally misunderstood what happened, because Bev can't remember her own motion hearings. And thank you, Brenda. Could also be. It is incredibly difficult to strip a judge of immunity, like near impossible. That's nuts. Unless she did something. I think a lot of people, because I've also seen people say, well, the 700-page filing was what happened. No, that's just a rehash of what was already filed at the SJC. It's a slow day on YouTube, so let's make some content and just claim the feds are coming Monday. Because people will look at it and say yes, and they will share it on Twitch, and I'll get a shit ton of views. I don't get many views on videos where I say, it's not true. There really isn't a big elephant running around in the room. It is just Bev is an idiot. Yeah, Bev had the same immunity as every other judge. There's nothing else. I was discussing with Aussie, because she claims the 700 pages have something to do with ARCA. I said it does not, and she said, "Watch my video. It doesn't change. ARCA. It doesn't have anything to do with ARCA." She can read it a different way. She might have talked to people who are more into the law in Massachusetts than I am. I don't have any special insights, but I read the 35 pages that is new in the filing, and it clearly pertains to double jeopardy. It has nothing to do with the ARCA guys. If you look for what was it I looked into today, it was jury tampering. That is 22 times in the document, and that's because they refer to the judge in the Alec Murdoch case and the jury tampering that Miss Hills did. So again, I'm the boring red pill channel. I won't sell you anything other than the boring things that you can read in the documents. I won't speculate. Especially because what he said was covered in voir dire and open court in front of the jury. The big problem in the Karen Reed case is you have a judge who don't know what she have ruled because she don't remember what happened at the last meeting. And you have a prosecutor who doesn't understand what happened at the first trial. That's why when he stood there and slammed his binder, he riled up Bev. She believed him because she don't know. She didn't read shit. She should have her paralegal write down the rulings she does, so she has a cheat sheet and say, okay, witness intimidation. Have I made any rulings? Producing notes from Boston 25. Have I made any rulings? So every time she get a new ruling, she can just, I've already ruled on that. Go get me the file. Notice how she always say, get me the transcript, get me the... At the same time, Brennan don't ever file an affidavit. And she yells at Yannetti for not having an affidavit that's good enough to get Betterow in. It's a two-tiered justice system. Bev is a hack. But she's not in any danger of the feds coming, sweeping her up, and putting her in handcuffs. Any idea why Arca contact was cancelled? What happened to second trial then paid by defense? Thank you all. Arca wasn't cancelled. What happened to second trial? Second trial starts on April 1st so far. Paid by the defense. We don't have any evidence that they were paid by the defense. We have a bill he claims was from Arca to the defense. That is what we have understand so far. Arca was just working on a limited time contract with the government. That's why their contract was cancelled. It just ran out. It's kind of like when Ben Roethlisberger signed a 4-year deal. He doesn't play for 5 years. He plays for 4 years. They made an agreement that they would work for that. And so far, we only have Brennan's word that there is some nefarious $23,695 or $965 bill out there. We don't know if it's paid. I know that they were paid $26,000 from the feds. But again, break the numbers down. $23,000 for 2 guys for 2 days. That's not a lot. It's a nothing burger. But Bev doesn't understand that. 2 highly regarded experts who work for NASA, who works for what's it you call it when you drive around in a circle in America, who works for the NHL. Do you think paying them $1,100 a day is a lot of money? No, not $1,100 a day. How much was it? I did the math the other day. Paying them $5,750 per witness is a lot of money for a day. Those guys go for $1,000 an hour when they testify. There's nothing nefarious there. Bev is just an idiot. That's my take. Yeah, she asked Brennan everything she got from the no, not from the defense, from the state, and then she changed it when he said, "Oh, by the way, I got it from the defense." First, he said, "I read all the transcript, and I found this." And then he said, "McLaughlin found it." After she flipped out, he said, "By the way, I didn't read the transcript, and I got it from the defense." Could be for the second trial, because remember, there's no dates on the emails, and the only date mentions was the first contact where the AG went in and said, "You can't talk to them." Okay, they were allowed to talk outline and CV. What did Bev lose her mind over? Outline and CV. That's all. Bev is an idiot. I don't know if it's a PR stunt. I think she actually thought that the world was finally gonna go down and she could kick those fancy lawyers out of her court. I think one of Bev's problem is she has kind of the Danish mentality that everyone's better than you. So she hates these big city lawyers with their fancy lingo and their $5 words, and she's just a lowly little country judge. That's why she doesn't like Alan Jackson. That's why you can tell she's not a big fan of Yannetti, and she hates Brennan. So she thought, finally, I can get these out of my courtroom. But she doesn't understand anything. It's going to be a big own. Well, she's going to try and find something she can sanction them over. Go watch Peter Tragos from last night. Get a little out of the circle and see some of the other people, because some people believe, oh man, they found the magic bullet, but there's nothing in it. Nothing in it. Yes, do yourself a favor. Go check Brandy out. She's going through it. Yeah, emails always have a date on it, but again, I think it's a Brennanism. Oh yeah, Brennan's part was PR. Yes, Brennan, I don't have an objection, but let me do 45 minutes on why I don't want them here. She should have come back and said, I had some very disturbing news that you withhold evidence from the court. Care to explain yourself, Mr. Jackson? Or she should have said, Chambers, now. What she did, it's kind of like when you took your kids to Walmart when they were 5 years old. She threw herself on the floor, started screaming like a little girl. But it just shows Bev is biased. You did see Taker says, yeah, and he's pretty, and he's way more fence sitting down the road middle and say, well, this could be and this could be, but yes, there could be potentially a little bit of things, but nothing that could bear any real sanctions. So just don't, like Brandon's favorite group said, don't go chasing waterfalls. Because everyone wants to tell you what you see with your own eyes isn't the truth. There must be more. No, sometimes an idiot's just an idiot. Bev isn't a criminal mastermind who could figure everything out, or someone. As you can see, I just read you a text where someone totally misunderstood the judicial immunity that a judge have. Because one thing is an administrative job, but she still have her judicial immunity, and she still can't break the law even if she has the judicial immunity. If she breaks the law, it doesn't matter if she's a judge or an administrative judge. Yes, they have a wide immunity, but if she breaks the law, she breaks the law, and then her immunity won't save her. Judges get riled up every now and again, or rounded up every now and again. Lawyers get in trouble. Prosecutors get in trouble. So I think always just check the weather gauge and remember every time someone comes and say, "Have you heard?" Go 3 months back and said, "Wasn't there a big breakup in the Karen Reed community because of someone who had special knowledge and who blew her a gasket because someone didn't say happy birthday to them?" It happens. Exactly, Jamie. Advertisement. Bev put in advertisement. Was she advertising for anything? She should get a White Claw sponsorship. That would only be good. It's probably Brandon. Yeah. Oh yeah, the lawyer who told me about ethics yesterday, but didn't have time to enlighten me, and then spent 40 hours writing me. I kind of want to figure out how many licks it takes to get to the center. No, Brandon. Bev is just an extremely biased. Yes, I totally agree. I totally agree. Brandon, are you still sick or is it Friday? Yeah, and I don't know if you saw. I put out a text yesterday in the community page on my website about someone who wanted to teach me about ethics and how I'm an idiot. Well, you don't have to tell me that. I look in the mirror. Um, and then Jemima did a little digging. A person with that name had a little problem with their local bar association. So maybe don't talk about ethics. I would like to suit the pants of Bev. Just saying, nice fresh steer in a treehouse, lots of children toys, Legos, and cheap champagne. I don't think you, Brendan. Are you on Oxy? Uh, Jeg kan ikke forstå engelsk. Jeg prøver at læse det og noget værk og sådan noget, men mine øjne, de virker ikke, og jeg prøver, og så når han siger noget, jeg bliver sådan lidt... det bliver bare noget værkeligt noget. Jeg prøver jo rigtig godt nok, men hver gang Brandon han siger et eller andet, så bliver jeg bare sådan lidt... Og så derfor så tror jeg fremover, så læser jeg det på dansk og noget værk. Er det okay? I'm not sick, my damn ribs just so banged up I can't sleep enough to get better. In fact, sleeping hurts. Love hurts. But it's Friday, and when it's Friday, Brandon and I have our little stick. I'm gonna get my Friday beer, and then we're gonna end it because I was only about to do a 1 hour show. No, I didn't. I just said what Brandon said in Danish. If you can handle it with your little ouchie ribs, we are having our Friday beer, Brandon. I'll put something on while I get my beer. What do we have that we can... Oh, we have the pause everyone hates.
What exhibit are you referring to?
This is a
I'm
minute.
going to make
I can
this
do it in a minute.
100, Your Honor.
All right.
100.
100.
It is 100%
100%.
correct.
Objection, Your Honor.
Oh my God, Baker. Baker's a clairvoyant. Jesus.
That's a really, really good argument for why you make this evidence number 100. The judge is
Oh
going to
my God.
love you.
Oh Lord, this is the funniest thing I think I've
Again,
seen in a
please.
while.
And people wanted to watch your
Farrell, clip
business.
that.
Yeah. Business who? Look at this. This is much better.
Clumps, talk amongst yourselves.
I will,
Robert.
Ah, that's a good clip. Well, that's why I put it in my local dialect. It makes it even harder to understand. Well, I do it sometimes, but Brandon, if you're not crying in your oatmeal, happy Friday. Enjoy your day. Tonight I'll be on The Expert if I can get out of bed. Tomorrow I have Julio Law on if she can get out of bed. Monday is the first day in the next week. Yep. That was the Bradley Yawn case, the first trial me and Jamie did together. Yeah, it's nothing. And you're late, but go enjoy the rest of your day. And don't believe everything you read online, and don't believe what I say because I'm just an idiot.
Welcome to the Broken Baker, where crimes are baked in every show. Mysteries rise and truth unfold. And Ready, said it's time to go.
I did hear Aqua on the radio the other day, and I was just, it makes me think of you, Baker.
Yeah, because I'm a Barbie girl in that Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me anywhere. Imagination, life is your creation. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Yeah. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Ooh, whoa, ooh, whoa. I'm a blonde bimbo girl in a fantasy world. Touch me here, touch me there, hanky panky. Come
Oh,
jump
Lord.
in, bimbo friend, let us do it again. Hit the town, fool around, let's go party. You can
I know.
touch, you can play. If you